Hey guys, welcome to another episode of GameHammer Dailies. We're continuing our series on the FIFA games today, so let's get straight into it with another FIFA game. FIFA 2005 feels a lot like an enhanced version of FIFA 2004, in that the game engine has clearly been tweaked to allow faster response to player inputs. This is a good thing, because 2004 was quite a step backward in that respect. Slightly more targeted than it was before, which is good. It means that you can do the tactical passes now, which is great, make some space in the enemy's lines. I'm going to keep calling them the enemy rather than the opposition. I have gamed far too much. Other interesting new features have been added as well, such as the first touch gameplay, which apparently lets you do a load of real-life tricks and passes. When receiving a pass with a defender bearing down, touch the ball in a direction and send your player into space. What? I'm assuming that's not literally like whoosh. I can't say I noticed that a lot when playing the game, but maybe I was just not good enough to pull them off. Who knows? FIFA 2006 is one of the highlights of the series in my opinion. It's the point where the tweaks and enhancements that were introduced in 2004 and then modified so that it didn't suck in 2005 have finally been refined. It's fast-paced, it's responsive, it looks pretty good, and it's a lot of fun to play. But now the indicators over our heads are yellow instead of red, so they actually blend in more with the ground, which I wouldn't say is the best idea ever. FIFA 2006 is definitely one of the highlights of the series. There's also a World Cup edition game in 2006, but it feels an awful lot more like a graphical and gameplay tweak of 2005 than it does a straight reskin of the main FIFA 2006. I don't know why EA have essentially made two versions of the same game in 1 year, but they did, and it's actually not that bad a game. The players are zoomed out again, but even more than they were before, so now they really do look like the VGO players, but it's moving really fluidly. The targeting is not quite right. On FIFA 2006, I got the feeling that it was adjusted slightly for the targeting. When you were passing, it did have a higher likelihood of actually going to a player than it does here. So there's that. And like I said, the characters are smaller on the pitch. It makes it feel like it's not quite right. And the pitch is definitely a darker colour and different texture. So if this is the 2006 engine, then it's rather tweaked. They've been adjusting again. And now that we've zoomed out a bit more for the corner kick, that was ridiculous how small the characters got. It's very odd. It's a bit disconcerting. And again, I don't think this is the 2006 engine. This may be a modified 2005 because of the way this is going. It doesn't feel like the 2006. The characters, when I'm kicking the ball around and I'm trying to pass to people, it doesn't feel like there's a player in the right spot. In 2006, it felt like there's a player where they needed to be. In this one, it doesn't feel like that. It's not as good as its main series counterpart, but it's a big improvement on the 2002 World Cup game, so that's worth taking note of. FIFA 2007 is a major step back for the series. The zoomed out look for the gameplay that was introduced a few iterations ago has now become a complete joke. Players are so small that they don't even look to scale on the pitch anymore, and the triangle indicators that tell you which player you are controlling now blend in with the pitch texture, which makes the game next to impossible to play if you aren't on a huge screen. This was the final FIFA game released for the original Xbox and the GameCube, while the PlayStation 2 version would continue for quite some years to come. But it's obvious at this point that the main focus has switched to the next generation of consoles because the PS2 version that we're looking at here has clearly suffered from some new tweaks and visual styles that weren't given the polish that they needed. Avoid this one, it's awful. FIFA 2008 is no better, sadly. At this point in my marathon gaming session to try out all of these games, I was losing faith in the series. Was 2006 going to be the highlight of all these games? I do hope not, but 2008 essentially being a minor tweak and graphical upgrade of 2007 because the main focus was on the Xbox 360 and PS3 versions didn't bring me much hope for future releases. The tackling is much harder now. It doesn't feel like the same game. They have tweaked it. It's not the same. The AI is different. Whenever the ball goes out of play, the players wander around for a little bit before the game starts again. Now that does capture what happens in real life, but I'm here to play a game, not to watch it on TV. Don't mimic what I would see on TV too much, because it stops the flow of the game. Is this going to end up like the hockey games where NHL was really good until about 2004? And there you are. Again, we've got to stop it because it would be too big if we tried to put all of these into one video. No one would be able to cope. So, I'll see you tomorrow for the final part of our FIFA series.